Alright, hello again everybody, I'm Ventry, welcome back to Against the Storm. Today we will be taking my second attempt ever at an Adamantine Seal, or at least second attempt since they revamped the Sealed Forest. The first one was a loss. I didn't really know what I was doing, and it's been a month or so since I've done that, so I still don't know what I'm doing here, but see if we can muddle through. Alright, I've got 6 points to play with. Amber's generally a good choice. And I don't really know. I had better look at this because I don't know much about this sealed forest. Like, it's only my second attempt, so I don't know what all we're getting. Okay, that's right. It had these special trees that had lots of wood on them, but took forever to chop. And then every time you chop trees, you increase hostility, so you really want to try and limit how many trees you chop. And then this ancient seal, this is how you win the map apparently, which I did not do last time. And there will be guideposts pointing towards it. And then the beacon tower provided some moderate buffs. Alright, the trees will provide meat, marrow, leather, wood, and alright, we'll get meat and insects, so a trapper's camp would not be bad, but with only 3 points left. Okay, so trappers would be good. Mushrooms and berries means herbalist would be good. There's only one thing for the foragers, so the foragers would not be as good. And of course foragers is the one that got discounted. So it looks like we're not bringing a camp with us. And then copper is available, coal is not. Alright, what kind of caravan have I got available here? None of these is especially good. Because you want to chop down as few trees as possible because of the increased hostility, I'm guessing beavers are pretty good to have for extra procs off of the trees. So I suppose I'll go with the top caravan here, which means I have basically no food. I'm gonna have to bring some food with me here. I would like to bring bricks. Oh man. You don't get any kind of if I do this and I don't come up with food early, it's going to be a real problem. But I still think I'm going to try it this way. Alright, here we go. What have we got? Strange visions. Alright, this one's quite nice. 20% chance of double yields, and all you need is housing. That's a very nice positive mystery to get. No contact is pretty minor. You just have to remember not to turn in orders during the storm. And yeah, try not to gain resolve through rep during the storm. You generally don't, because it's pretty rare to be able to get reputation resolved during the storm. Unyielding corruption. I don't remember this one. Okay, no favoring. That's going to be a problem. No favoring while it's being corrupted. Alright, that's not quite as bad. Okay. And yeah, neither of these races is especially vulnerable anyway. It's generally harpies and Yeah, harpies is the primary one that I generally want to favor. And then foxes and lizards would probably be second and third. So I've got the two most resilient races here, so that might not hurt too much. Corrosive rainfall is annoying but not devastating. And spreading contamination, that's not too bad. You don't. I will want to try and stay under 4, and I might not want to go heavy into blight engines. I might not want to do blight engines at all, but we'll see. Alright. All in all, this doesn't look too devastating. Unfortunately, I started with fertile soil. I do not have a farm building. 3 roots. We're going to have to get to those real fast. We did get some starting clay, and that'll get a few more roots out of there. Supplier versus ranch is definitely going to be supplier. It's going to be extra good on this map since you can get leather out of the trees, I believe it said. Yeah, 10% leather on these overgrown trees. So, yeah, the supplier is just an all-around excellent building, especially when you have leather. And this is unfortunate. The foragers camp was the worst of the 3 camps since it only had 1. Right, there were no vegetables. Yeah, foragers camp only gets 1 use, the other 2 have 2. So I don't really want that, and I don't want the apothecary, so this is going to end up being a reroll. And I will probably take the herbalist's camp here. Ranch is a possibility. I'm not going to pick it right away, but I suspect I'll be taking the herbalist's camp. Alright, my usual 3 starting paths. Now, this one requires more thought because you don't want to cut trees unless you can help it. Are the small trees the same as the big in terms of what they yield? It's just fewer charges. 10% on food, marrow, and leather. 10% on food, marrow, and leather. Okay. So it's the same type of trees. So just don't cut any of those small trees if you can avoid it. So I will plan on going in here first. Here second. Third, I imagine. Might have to open this one if I get offered a farm at some point. If we don't find any farms in these dangerous glades, but... Alright. Shift-click our priority. Try to cut down just the big trees if possible. And I think that's everything. Let's go. Oh. And I would rather have a human in there than a beaver. Save a little bit of impatience. Alright. Tightened belt is quite solid. I will almost definitely be taking that. Secure trail. I don't care about secure trail. I generally end up with more people than I can use. I wonder if other people dislike getting more villagers as much as I do, or if it's just my inability to keep them working. In general, in games like this, you would expect more population to be a good thing, but I generally find that it hurts me too much. But that's probably on me. I'm probably not getting complex foods going fast enough or something. But yeah, I'm definitely going to take tightened belt. I have a little amber left over for opening glades. I'll turn off fiber just in case I might find get fiber from byproducts or something, or maybe I'll pick up a plantation and then maybe I'll end up wanting to turn fiber into oil. So that's why I'm going to turn this off for now. Reeds I sometimes want to turn into wine or training gear, so I'll keep those off. Just use leather for now. And bricks, I'll keep the stone turned off. Clay is what we find here. And I'll keep stone around for popping caches, possibly making stone roads, although that basically never happens. And then planks off because I've got the supplier. Quite like these lighting effects. That's pretty cool. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Since I have tightened the belt, I think I want to get this up before the workstation. See if I can get a quick trade route during clearance here, if this gets done in time. Here, go help build that quick. Will the trading post get done in time? Yes. Oh. But there's nothing I can sell. Alright. Put that hauler back in there. Set up another shelter for the newcomers. And then get started on the supplier. That's right, I forgot about all these plagues that happen. Where is that listed? Anywhere? Do I get a way of finding out what plagues are going to hit me? Maybe if I build the beacon tower, it'll tell me what's coming up. Anyway, plague of mosquitoes. Global production speed, 50% slower. I feel like I had more information on these plagues last time I tried this, but currently I do not see where it's listed. Might be in the beacon, maybe it'll be when I find the guideposts or whatever. And I think I want to turn these off and start busting into this glade. Because it does take a while to chop through these trees. I would like to get there before the storm is over. Just in case I have timed orders that are open glades, I'm going to check this now. Completing 2 dangerous events will almost certainly happen. +1 copper could be useful on this map. 3 events will also happen. 6 tools, slightly less useful, especially when I can't make my own, so I'll go this side. Quick packaging is not going to happen. 3 parts in either of these. 30 food in either of these. Getting the beavers to 20 doesn't feel like it should be that difficult. And then I don't have to turn in 5 packs of building materials, so I'll go with that side. And this one, I would gladly trade 5 tools for 5 parts. I will wait and see what my 3rd race is. If you get lizards, I think they come with tools. Either lizards or foxes come with tools. No, foxes show you a geyser. So lizards must come with tools? What's the harpy starting bonus? Harpies come with coats. So if I get lizards for the 3rd race, I will get tools. So I'll wait to pick that 3rd one until I see if I get some free tools. And it's not even going to tell me what my 3rd race is yet. As much as I need food, I think I'll take the bricks. And I need to get that forager going right now. Probably want to get the stone cutter going as well, just for the byproduct. More roots out of the clay. Yeah, these trees take forever to chop down. I thought with both woodcutters working on these trees, I would be able to get in here before the storm ended, but apparently not. Humans in the forager for the bonus production chance. And then during the drizzle, they'll get that extra 20% from strange lights or whatever, strange visions, so hopefully we'll get a bunch of extra roots from that. Yeah, cheap construction is better than free samples. That's just obvious. Free samples is fine, but cheap construction is one of the best. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to pick this without knowing what my 3rd rate. Well, maybe I'll be able to see it. There might be one of those events in here where you can turn in food and get villagers. That might show me what my 3rd race is. I could buy 5 tools, but what was the other side? Yeah, the other side requires packs of crops, and I really hate having packs of crops. And I don't particularly like getting 4 bonus villagers because I'm an oddball, apparently. And yeah, I'm already starting to starve to death, so 5 packs of crops does not seem very reasonable. So I think I might just buy 5 tools here. trade routes first. That's a lousy rate of return. This is not bad. So that will get me 4 amber. So I need to keep 2 amber so that I can pay for that. Glade opening. I did get cheap construction, and I'm going to be getting bonus parts. I can afford to sell a couple of parts. Save a bit of marrow in case I get a bad event. Think I'm gonna go with that. And yeah, I'm waiting to see what I open up before I pick that. Alright. And the guideposts. Unfortunately, you're telling me to go the way I don't want to go, I think. I assume that it's in the direction of the blue, and not that the blue is the back of it. If the blue is the back of it, it would be in here, and that's, I don't think it's in a forbidden, I think it's in a dangerous, so it's going to be here or here, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to cut down other trees. I should probably not have those enabled until I get these done, because I want to be within 1 tree of opening this up next year. Now what did we get over here? A blood flower. Great, I'm already starving, and now I'm starving even more. Three small roots. I need a trapper for the large. I found more fertile soil, but I don't have a farm. So I really need a trapper or a farm, and that means that herbalist might be getting re-rolled here. Except that I don't have amber anymore. Son of a gun. Taking the herbalist. Oh boy, this is going to be bad. Now, as I understand it, you have to get the seal to win this map. So the guild house is not just an automatic win condition. So I'm not sure I really like... well, I have flour. So yeah, the cookhouse is fine. I have flour from the supplier, so I can do biscuits. And both the humans and the beer... Or humans don't... Okay, yeah, humans do still like biscuits. Okay. They had changed things around at some point. I couldn't remember. I knew they liked pies. And I know the beavers like biscuits. So cookhouse might get taken here. Now I have to figure out how to deal with this blood flower. Where is it? There it is. isn't much point in bringing in food that's just going to get destroyed by the blood flower. Alright, 2 items every 6 seconds. That's 20 a minute. And yeah, I've only got 29 food. Even with Sea Marrow, there's no way I'm going to have any food. So yeah, I don't want to have any food coming in here. I'll just leave the forager alone. And hope we make it through starving to death. I really wish that guidepost had pointed up in the direction I wanted to go. Yeah, low on food. Alright. And I need to step away for a minute, and unfortunately I have not learned how to edit things, so there is going to be a minute or two pause here. Sorry about that, everybody. Alright, and I'm back. If possible, I will try and edit out that pause, but I tried doing that on a previous video and could not figure out the video editing software that I had downloaded. The joys of being old and not knowing your way around technology. I did download a new program, so I'll see if I can figure that one out. And if so, that pause will be out. Now, what were we doing? Okay, started the blood flower. You're going. I have one available worker. How badly do I want this stuff delivered? I'll let her deliver that 6 clay there. And then I don't want to let her deliver the roots, so going to stop there. Have her make a couple of bricks. Oh shoot, and they're cutting down regular trees because I don't have anything selected. Do not cut down regular trees. And those have been cut, so I need to get these selected. All right. And what were the special? Is it no hostility from glades? No, woodcutters don't increase hostility. Okay. So you can cut through the storm without issue. I want this to finish a little faster. Like if it goes a minute, it's gonna go 2 more minutes. That means there'll only be a minute left, just over a minute left before the storm hits, which means there will be people starving into the break. If possible, I would like to finish this with 2 minutes left to go in the clearance so that everybody eats before the storm. So I am going to start burning marrow. And I will see if I can get that done in time so that everybody gets a chance to eat some food before the storm hits. The marrow is probably going to run out before that finishes. Yeah, it just did. 40 seconds left. It's not quite going to work out. Start getting more food gathered. Hopefully whatever newcomers arrive bring food with them. Great, 100% higher chance of doubling food. That'll work out real well when we're already starving. And since woodcutters don't increase hostility, removing them will not reduce the hostility, so I cannot get below 1. So yeah, we're going to start right off with starving the beavers, thanks to a blood flower. Well, that's a great start. Food. 12 food. 12 food. 2 tools versus 2 parts. Yeah, there's no way to stop these beavers from starving. It's too late, so I'm going to take this side just to get the maximum number of people, because I'm about to lose at least 1, if not 2 or more. Looks like I'm just gonna lose the 1 if I can, although because of the plague I'm doubling down on food anyway, so I might lose more because I'm still not going to be able to feed people. I don't actually have the amber to pay for this right now. That'll get me 4 amber. I'll have to sell something for 2 amber to the trader when they get here to pay for this glade I'm about to open. And yeah, that's pointing to here. That's pointing to, yeah, it's like way over here or something. And this is one of the nastiest events you can get. This is just so unfair. I was looking forward to trying this map, but I'm not gonna get through this. there's no, unless the trader sells coats, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I'm going to have to use the parts because I'm not going to have any tools or pipes. Oh, jeez, this is just a brutal beginning. It takes so long to get to one of these maps and to just start off with this much bad luck. And we also didn't get anything that the herbalist can work on. All we got was a bunch of clay. 4 large clays. Got some copper. Yeah, everybody's just gonna starve to death. This game is so over. Alright. I'm definitely going to starve to death. I need to come up with some kind of solution for this. Don't have enough resources to sell for very much food. I'll be able to get a little bit, but not much. Even if I do the left side, there's no food available in the loot. So I might have to do this side anyway, just to get 30 amber to try and buy some food if Sahilda shows up. Because we're getting Jorg this time, right? We're getting Jorg. So I have to hope that Sahilda comes next, because she will sell food if, what's his name, Farlook or whatever, the guy that sells industry stuff comes back. Then I'm not going to be able to buy food. Two people not working. Oh yeah, I need them to be working on the trappers here. And the way this map is going, usually you would want a harpy in here, but I think I might actually leave the human in there because I might need every split second of impatience I can get. That will finish in a minute 43. That will get me the amber I need to pay for the glade. I found tons of coal. I can sell all the coal. Clay. I can sell all the clay because I found so much of it. The leather I'm not so convinced I can afford to sell. I'll get some leather out of this, but not much. Yeah, I don't think I want to sell the leather. Grain delivery. Could help me make flour. It wouldn't get me very much flour. That's 36 grain per year. That would turn into 50 flour a year. It's not nothing. The second tightened belt is definitely not as good as the first. I might just need 10 amber just to buy food. But I do have 3 full camps going. Going to try not to buy a bunch of food. I think I'm going to go for the grain and hope that this works out. Like if I find a geyser, I have found a geyser. Okay, so I could get some porridge going off that grain as well. That would at least keep the humans fed. Herbs, roots, berries. That's another problem. Biscuits do not have nearly the variety of secondary ingredients that pies do. And I don't really have access to herbs or berries, and by the time anything gets going, all of these roots are going to have been eaten. So I might not legitimately be able to get biscuits going without like a plantation or something. So I'm not sure that taking the cookhouse is the right pick here. I might need to re-roll this. Skewers are only good for foxes and lizards, neither of which I have. Forgot to look at this. 5 insects a minute would be very nice when you're starving to death, but I don't have that much fabric. I do have cheap construction, so I would need 28 fabric. That would be 15 more fabric. That would be 8 procs of this, which would be 48 leather, which I don't have. I don't think I can quite take a chance on this. I might be able to pull it off, but it's not certain. The 2 level 2 neighborhoods is just, it's a safer pick. I haven't seen this one before. This is crazy. They call it a lumber mill efficiency test. But barrels don't even get made in the lumber mill. That's just for planks. Well, this is a crazy timed order. You would have to have the barrels already in before you could even dream of getting this done in 8 minutes. You're not going to make that many barrels. For a second level timed order, this seems highly unlikely to ever happen. I can't imagine that I will ever pick this order. I will take aiding the flock here. I'm about to be out of parts because I have to send parts off to that event. I can get a couple of parts by breaking down and rebuilding some of the camps I already had built, but yeah, plus coming up with 20 packs of crops would take forever. I have one tablet. Corruption event. Am I doing corruption? No, I'm doing loyalty. So a corruption event is not going to happen, so that's out, even if I had 2 rebuilds, which I don't. So open 4 caches or come up with 4 tablets. Neither of those seems very likely to happen. Don't have any tablets available in any of the caches that I've found so far. So I guess I will take open 4 caches, as that seems more likely to happen. Oh my goodness. I mean, technically I have the guild house available, but I'm going to re-roll it. I'm not going to take this. I just want... I'll more than likely pick this side eventually. But yeah, right now I'm not picking either of them, because I'm going to re-roll this, so I'm not going to be taking the guild house. And because I need to re-roll, I think I'm going to sell the leather as well. Hello. And since biscuits essentially cost the same as every other raw meat, it's 0.38 versus 0.37. I might as well just buy biscuits, since all 3 of the races that I have like them. I can't sell parts. I need them for the event. Alright, that's what I'm going with. I need 2 bodies. I can't spare anybody out of the camps because we're starving to death, so it's going to have to be the woodcutters, I guess. Stone cutters. Take 1 out of the stone cutter, 1 out of the wood cutter. getting herbs from? Is it a side product of the roots? Yeah, okay, so I'm getting a few herbs from that. Still trying to come up with a way to justify taking that cookhouse. I'm going to complete this dangerous event thing. That'll get me another building. But I would need to get 2 more completed to see a building after that. And it doesn't look like I'm going to get 2 more completed anytime soon. Well, I'll get 1 reputation from this, so I would only need 1 more done. You might be able to get the building materials and packs of crops done. Oh, and I completely forgot about the... Oh. And I have no parts. Need to destroy the stone cutter. There's not much in there, that's fine. I will rebuild the stone cutter eventually, but at the moment I just need to get the blight post up. Get 2 harpies in here. Hopefully they will be able to make... Yeah, I don't even know if they have enough time. I need at least... I have how long? I have... They'll be able to do at least 4 procs even if they take a break. That'll take a little over 2 minutes. They might be able to do 5 procs. If they do 5 procs each, that definitely gets me to 10. 4 procs each might get me to 10. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the 2 harpies in there. I think they'll get to 10 purging fire done in time. At the very least, they should get to 8 or 9. $30 food, I'll take it. Or will I? Do I want the extra bodies more than I want the food? At this point, I've got food coming in. I think I probably need the 30 food. I'm going to run out of those resource nodes This will give me one fewer person to feed and an extra 30 food to do it with. The impatience is only dropping me 0.15 hostility each, so if this gets to 3, I'm still going to be at hostility 2 with no way to reduce it by removing woodcutters. So it doesn't matter that I turn this in, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get down to hostility 1 through impatience. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this in. This game is going badly enough that I am going to be willing to put up this altar and see if I can luck into something that'll get me through this map. Darkness. Storm lasts 100% longer, and I cannot sacrifice. And we're at -5s. I need to remove these woodcutters just to get some builders. See if this shelter makes a difference here. There people go. Smuggler. Smuggler is the answer to my problems. And I'm actually tempted to pay with blood because all these people are going to leave anyway. That will hurt my impatience a lot. Let's see how things adjust when these houses get up. Okay, I don't have to pay with blood. We lost a couple of people. Okay, smuggler. I absolutely need something that does fertile soil. Now I'm going to be able to keep that cookhouse, so I'm going to want the herb garden, I think. herb garden. It's what? It's herbs, roots, and berries. So I could go for plantation instead of herb garden. The herb garden gives me roots that I can grind up into flour. Plantation, I would only be able to get flour from the grain that I've got coming in. Herbs, roots, berries. I think the herb garden is the safer pick. I would like to take the plantation instead, since I could also use berries for things like wine. But yeah, I think the herb garden is just the safer pick here. I'm going to be taking the cookhouse. I might take the tavern for the second one. Hopefully I can make... Can you make ale out of herbs? You can make ale out of roots, you can't make it out of herbs. But it is something I will be able to make, so yeah, I'm going to go with the herb garden and the tavern. I wish they would just put these in alphabetical order. I guess they're in order of like service buildings at the end or something, but I think it would be faster to find if they were just in alphabetical order. Of course, I suppose I could have just typed it in. Okay, that does work. I was a little afraid that if I picked that, it would... If I hit enter, it would, like, pick one building and I wouldn't get the second one. I did that just to see. Alright, so that would have worked out fine. Alright. And that's what we're going with. We're taking the tavern side of this. We're taking the cookhouse. And we're probably taking the smithy here. Reroll as possible, but I'm probably taking the smithy. don't have any planks right now. If I had been thinking, I could have put the harpies in here for +5 resolve, and that might have saved my behind, but I forgot that I had a harpy building. That's very unfortunate. I need a part because I need to get a warehouse up down here so that I can cut things. Do I have... I think I have not rebuilt these wood cutters yet. And that one is conveniently empty. I found drizzle water. I found another geyser. What kind was it? It was clearance. I do not have storm water. This is a lot of packs. I really would like these 8 parts now that I have no parts. So I will hope that I find a storm geyser in that glade when I open it. Baptism of Fire is much better in year 2 than it is in year 4. But I will still take it. That means that I will be able to run blight engines without having to worry about spreading contamination, since I should be able to keep the hostility down as long as I'm careful about which trees I cut. That warehouse is up. Let's get these woodcutters down here. And try and get into this glade ASAP. Go through small trees so that I can get in there as soon as possible. And I'll have to put the hearth down in here somewhere. I didn't take the plantation. If I had known I was going to get offered this, I might have. Having passive crystal 2 coming in would have been real nice. Start getting the packs done for the aiding the flock thing, and also an occasional pack for doing trade routes. Alright. There's my seal. It does come with another event, Blight Rot Cauldron. For every 20 food produced, have 4 blight rot cysts. Thank you so very much. I don't have anything to cleanse it with. It's going to have to be the teardown. I will get some food from it, some copper bars that I can use to make tools with that smithy I'm about to pick. The +2 grain won't help at all. And yeah, and of course we find the large roots. I passed up the forager in the beginning, took the herbalist. Even though the herbalist has double the chances of finding something it's useful for, all I have found is stuff for the trapper and the forager. That's just the way this game goes. Now, let's look at this seal. As I understand it, I need to get all of this done to win this map. So I need to pick a heart. Install 8 rain engines. That's a lot of pipes. Earn 3 rep from events. Buy 5 perks or blueprints. Wow. I would need 32 pipes to install that many. Okay, you do have to do these in order. Okay, and this is where I find out where the next plague is. I knew there was something that told me what the next plague was going to be. And unfortunately, I just got unlucky and my seal was very far away. The last time I did one, I think I found the seal a fair bit quicker than this. At least it feels like I did. Alright, unfortunately I cannot look at these to find out what other stuff I might need. Earning reputation from events. The question is, do caches count? If caches count, that 15, or these 20 copper bars combined with the smithy, 20 copper bars would get me 6 procs. 6 procs would get me 12 tools. And that's not enough. I can get 20 procs on the pipes, which is more than enough pipes. Or 10 procs on the pipes would give me 30 pipes. That's enough pipes. So I don't have to buy the pipes. I can turn this copper ore into pipes. Or the copper bars into pipes. And just install pipes everywhere. And then really hope I can somehow take advantage of these blight rots. The hostility reduction. Oh, I think that's what we're doing. Trying to figure out where I'm going to get the labor for this event from. I'm still kind of desperate for food, so I don't want to pull everybody out of the food camps. It would be nice to get at least one person into the stone cutter. Guess I'm ditching 2 woodcutters. For every 20 food produced. And this is going to run into clearance. I will be producing food out of this. I don't know if it counts herbs as food or if it does not. That's an interesting question that I'm going to write down and ask somebody in the Discord, or if somebody here happens to know, please comment it down below. Do herbs and grain count as food for those events? Count as food for events that punish food production. Alright, got that written down. I will ask that in the Discord later as well, but if you know a definitive answer and you're sure, please let me know. In the meantime, that kind of means I really don't want to be producing food. I don't want to bury myself in cysts here. I am going to need somebody producing purging fire. Alright, how many parts am I likely to want? Okay, I should be getting 2 here quite easily, and these 3 should not be that hard to get. So I'm not sure I really need to buy parts. I'll buy 1. 1 will enable me to build another warehouse if I want. And then I'm getting 5 from those events, and then I can rebuild one of the woodcutters still for 1 more. That will get me to 6. 6 is enough for 2 camps if I find a way that I need 2 camps, or a blight post and a camp if I need a second blight post with all the cysts I might be making. I'm gonna try that. And I still needed a body in here producing purging fire. That. Alright, going with that. And I forgot to hit investigate because of course I did. And I had turned off purging fire. Let's see how many more mistakes I can make the next 7 seconds. I need to take this smithy. I'm not producing any food right now. So this 12 eggs might actually be kind of useful, and that better not count against me. Alright, we're at 4 out of 20. If this jumps out to 16 out of 20, I'm going to be irritated because I'm not producing it, darn it. Alright, we're still at 4 out of 20. You're lucky. I would have been angry and nothing would have happened. Okay, and unfortunately I found a drizzle geyser, not a storm down here. This isn't really where I want to put a hearth, but it's the spot I have available. Can I fit it over here? I'm gonna go with here. Oh, you can't destroy the beacon tower. I want... It's not even built. Let me unbuild it. Oh, that stinks. I would like that to be somewhere else. I guess there's something where you have to get your planning done. And someone said you can destroy these guidance stones for their materials. And since this is kind of in my way of where I want to build things, oh yeah, you can. You can destroy it for a little bit of stone and a little bit of resin. Alright. I'll take a little bit of stone and a little bit of resin. Thank you, whoever it was that pointed that tip out to me. Unfortunately, that was like a month or two ago when I last did one of these, so I don't remember the name, but I appreciate it. Alright, I don't remember what the buffs you could get out of the beacon were. I seem to remember they were sort of mediocre one-time uses, but let's see what they are here. Okay, you can get some free meat, grain, or doubling fertile soil. You can do that twice apparently. Bells, 50% production. Keep villagers around longer. Or increase trade routes. But yeah, I mean that's... I think I would almost always pick 50% production here. And you can have one miracle. Minus 100 hostility. Save the hearth. Or glade events 50% faster for a season. All three of these could be useful. And if I had had this beacon up, I could have gotten 20 or 30 meat. And maybe not lost that first beaver I lost. Alright. This is a level 1 trade route and it's not paying that well. I'm not very impressed. Queen's Step is a level 0. This is not bad. I don't have a lot of fabric and I would rather turn it into harpy houses, but I'm going to take this. That gets Queen Step almost to level 1, and this 10 clay will get them to level 1. Need a body in there. Looks like it's going to trigger 3 times on me at that rate, so... Well, no, we're at 43%. It might only trigger once more. I'll go to 12 just in case. And I need to keep an eye on these trees. When I run out of big trees to cut, I need to move these because I don't want them cutting all the small trees. I believe that was a mistake I made the last time around. Alright, there's Queen's step up to level 1. Copper bars have not come in yet, so you can't actually do anything right now. Okay, they have gathered a bunch of herbs, and it did not produce any cysts, so I don't think that herbs count, and I assume that grain would not either. So that's good to know for future reference. And I am short a house, doggone it. And that's the -5 resolve. 30 more seconds on this. I can sell one of these and still have 5 for the flock. Not being able to select these other ones and see them to plan this out really annoys me, because you get so few chances at these seals. I mean, if you want me to do them in a certain order, just make a little line and say that I have to do it in that order, but at least let me look at it so I can try to plan out my game. If I reduce hostility by 100, it's still not going to be enough to keep these people from leaving. It'll only only gained me like 2 points. So I think I'm just screwed here. Once again, I was just too slow getting complex foods going. If I had had biscuits, that would still only be +5. It still wouldn't save the harpies. If I go down 100 from the beacon and sacrifice, I can get down to 0 hostility. That would save me 4 points. And then maybe if I favor the beavers, I can keep anybody other than the harpies, leaving the harpies are gone. There's nothing I can do about that, I don't believe. Get them into the supplier, maybe? Where's the other harpy? Alright, it says I have 2 harpies. Where are they? Oh, are they idle? There's 1 idle harpy. I'm going to replace you with a human. Put a harpy in there and a harpy in there. That gets them to -3. I can get them to -1 with the beacon. Sacrifice to get them to +1. Beavers like engineering. If I put beavers in here, that'll get me a point. I don't have anything humans like, but they'll be okay. I don't have planks to get a beaver house up. Oh, that was enough on its own, is it? It's -4 for each hostility level. And somehow the beavers gained 6. I don't know how the beavers gained 6 instead of 4. Weren't they at -4? Even after I put them in the smithy, I thought they were at -4. Oh well. I'll take it. Don't know what I did. Someone can explain what I did in the comments, perhaps. Maybe I'll see it when I'm editing. Event is done, I can start collecting food again. I have to pick something here. I don't think I have the parts to build multiple rain collectors or to get stormwater going. So I'm just gonna have to take this side and hope I can make that work at some point. And then there's another stormwater one. Of course there is. This one is a little easier since it's just deliver the water. Like, I can just build 2 rain collectors, get 100 of each water saved up, and then just deliver it. And I have no more small trapper things. Since I have this packs thing, I'll take +1 packs here. This might be a map where driving water would actually get me some use, since I'm going to plan on putting 8 rain engines in, but since it's also a map that punishes cutting down trees, I'm gonna go with that side. That is a very nice rate of return for the herbs. I'll take it. But only once. I want to have some herbs for making biscuits. I'm just about to get those going finally. I don't have a fabric building. The pickled goods might help. I can make water skins. The packs of crops could be useful since I need them for the rations for the Citadel quest. I hate the 1-star coats recipe. I really feel like the coat recipes need to be buffed. It's like 1-star coats with 3 fabric and 3 minutes to make 10 coats. It's just, I don't understand. This is just such a bad recipe. How could you ever be that desperate for coats? So yeah, the granary is a perfectly acceptable building here. I will take it. We won't be doing fabric in here anymore. Turn off the crops, the building materials. I'm trying to find a good spot with a bunch of larger trees to cut down, but it looks like it's going to force me into smaller trees here pretty quick. Going to delete this just for room. I can't access it if I happen to get the large trapper. Well, I've still got 2 things here that take advantage of it, and one thing of insects down to the left, so. Tempting to buy a half a rep. Smokehouse for jerky. Pottery or incense might be useful at some point. The jerky will help keep the harpies happy. I'll take it. Have run out of larger trees up there. Not desperate enough to use stone. I'll get clay coming in eventually here. Parts. The parts could be useful, but I'm not sure I want more people. I'm already having hostility problems. I mean, although a few more people, yeah, I need a few more people. I need to work the cookhouse. That will help with the hostility problems. Yeah, give me that side. A few parts, a few planks. I can use the planks right now as well. Get this cookhouse built. Start getting some biscuits coming in. The fact that I'm not cutting down trees makes it rather difficult to position large buildings like a cookhouse. That's a long, pretty long walk for breaks to the hearth from that cookhouse, but I don't see that I have a lot of options here. Nothing left for the small forager to do either. And I was thinking I wanted to... I kind of messed up here. I really want drizzle water going here. I want extra biscuits coming in. But that means that I'm going to have blight rot cysts forming way down here, which is a long walk from where my blight post is. And I can put a hydrant down here, I guess. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm not sure how well... I know the hydrant works, but we're still going to have to walk all the way down here. And we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I lose a game that it looks like I'm already going to lose? Oh well. And don't get it wrong, I do have a tendency to moan and complain because I'm a grumpy old man and that's what I do. But I actually really enjoy the fact that I am losing these games. Despite the fact that I built an altar and got a smuggler out of it, double smuggler right off the bat, and I'm still not at all confident I'm pulling this off. That makes me very happy, even if I complain about it. That's why I'm still putting these videos up and still playing this game, even though it annoys the heck out of me. Wow, okay, I thought I had 2 farmers in here. I'm like, 2 farmers did not manage to plant that field? Well, that was a mistake. This field didn't get started right away, so it makes sense that they didn't get planted. And low on food is going to be a problem. I was not paying attention to that. You know, all my camps ran out of food. Paying a lot of money for these parts, and I've got parts to spare at this point. I'm taking the 50 amber. I'm going to try to hold off for a second on Greymire. If I can sell 18 clay, I can get them to level 1. Do I have any? Yeah, I do have some clay in there. There we go. That'll get Greymire to level 1. I'm gonna have a ton of amber coming in. She sells food. I have some amber now, right? Yeah, I've got 28 amber. A minute 54 on this. I think the traders stay for a minute and a half, and she won't appear immediately when I click the button, but I'm still going to hold off until it's down to like a minute 30 or so on this before I call her, just to try and be safe. Alright, minute 20, that'll do. And they stay for 1 minute and 19 seconds. That'll be done in 1 minute and 4. That'll work. So I'll have another 16 amber to play with. Large forager. Oh, that will help. I will take the large forager. When that trade route completes, then I'll buy some more. Use a couple of humans. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna hit 100 this year. It's gonna have to wait until next year, so it doesn't matter if I pull that other human out right now. Alright, what have you got? Just going to quadruple check that I can use roots in here. Yes, I can. Because of cheap construction, I only need 2 to build a hearth, and I'm only going to be able to fit 1 more hearth, I think, so I can get rid of those 4. That was more leather than I thought it was going to be. I didn't look at what this flag was going to be. Hostility increased by 15 from each glade. Oh, we're just barely under 2. It doesn't say resolve drops slower, it says that they leave the town slower, so that's only the final. When it turns red, then they would leave slower. I don't feel like that's... If it was like slower resolve drop, I might activate this, because that might save me a minute of sacrificing. But I don't think it's worth it here. I actually don't even have enough buildings to... Okay, I don't have the smokehouse and the granary built yet. That'll help. Wait, what? It's not corrupted anymore. There are no... There are no cysts. Why can't I sacrifice? 9 fuel, no cysts. Okay, apparently that cyst created more corruption that it removed when I got rid of it. And so I'm not going to be able to sacrifice for the entire storm. And so I'm going to lose more people. When there are no cysts left, I would think that the corruption would have gone away. That annoys me a whole lot. Oh, okay. He is still removing the cyst. Okay, I thought that meant I thought he was making the fire. He is removing the cyst. Okay. And I can't favor because favoring is blocked because of that. And yeah, you can't have any more miracles. This thing actually might have saved me if I had used it before, but now it's too late. It might save me the harpy. That's kind of funny. I'm like, that's not going to help. It would have helped if I had completely understood the situation I was in. Safe haven. I should be able to get a minus 80 out of this if I ever get around to getting this up to level 2. I want the side with the fewer people, I think. Neither side is especially good, but I do want a few more workers. Go with that. That'll give me enough people to get 2 level 2s going, assuming I can get enough houses fit in around this. That wasn't a very good rate, but I've got a lot of clay, so I'll sell some of it, I guess. Alright, that'll be enough jerky to keep the harpies happy. Hadn't checked my woodcutters in a while. Oh, year 6, we're going to get another 10 blight rot cysts. I might need as many as 18 here. There, I'll just put a second blight post down here. That will take care of the cysts down here. I don't need the hydrant now, and I might need those extra firefighters during the coming storms, so. And might as well favor the harpies and get a little bit of reputation here. Let me guess, I don't have any fabric to build this, and so I don't have any fabric. Yeah. Large trapper for sale. That would also be useful, even though I already deleted one of the trapper things. And at the rate I'm going, I might end up buying blueprints and perks before I get all these rain engines installed. The +2 flour is also decent. It would be nice to get an extra farm down here to help clear this, but I just don't have the time, labor, etc. to do it right now. I just don't. I'm needing to sacrifice my coal, but that is a good rate of return. Molehill. This will get Molehill to level 3. Maybe I'll get a really profitable return on that. Yeah, I'm not going to sell the coal. I might need it for sacrificing. Uh-oh. I don't have any parts for this? It says I have 3 parts. Why aren't the parts here? Oh, I don't have anybody to build it. Oh, shoot. Nothing's being built. What do I have enough of? I have enough drizzle water at the moment. Go away. No, we ended up at 96 storm water instead of 100. That's annoying. Parts and coal, parts and coal. Two things I don't want to sell. Turn that off so they don't grab a bunch of materials and bring them down here, then put the workers in. I suppose I should be looking at what these flags are going to be before it hits. Summon a dangerous event near the ancient hearth. Oh, great. And of course I didn't get a dangerous, I got a forbidden. And it's an incredibly nasty one. Thank you so very much. This is just the way that this game is supposed to go. I don't have stone, I don't have tools. I don't have anything. I can't deal with this. I can't do a single thing here. Tools, stone, gear. Don't have any way to make tools, don't have any way to make gear, don't have any way to get stone. Byproduct from copper is just clay. Well, that's going to be the end of this game. I'm definitely going to pick up an impatience point from this. Possibly 2 by the time I manage to clear it. And that's just bad luck, giving me an incredibly bad event that I have no way of dealing with. It could have been any event, and it just had to give me the worst. Alright. I cannot turn this in yet because of the no contact. If I turn this in, I won't get the reputation drop. I mean, I won't get the impatience drop, and I'm going to need it. So I have to wait until after the storm to turn that in. Do I have any buildings that don't have an engine on it already? I think I do not. I think I'm going to have to make any old building and put an engine on it. One smithy, one supplier, one cookhouse, smokehouse, and granary. I guess I could create a field kitchen just in case. Don't actually have any fabric at the moment. Yay, one thing done. I did not realize they all had different effects. I did not look at everything. It's going to pump infused rainwater into its chambers. I assume that means I'm getting free water of every type, maybe. Not sure what the Heart of the Forest does. Heart of the Amber, Gentle Ripple. This would probably be plus resolve. But this one's done. I'm just taking it. So the mechanical heart, what does it do? Did it go down here? You're not going to tell me exactly what it does even after I've selected it? Earn 6 reputation from resolve. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Sell goods worth 100 amber in 1 transaction. Or complete a bajillion events. Oh. Loyalties are the easiest ones. Empathies, corruptions. I assume I'm going to have to do golden blood, assuming I can get that many goods built up. Free oil, I guess. I think I like that better than the +2 leather. Maybe I can somehow get the oil done there. Clay versus plant fiber. I definitely don't need clay, so I might as well take plant fiber, or should I re-roll? Do I have a use for plant fiber? I cannot produce oil. I'm not feeling particularly pressured on fabric. I don't have a lot of it, but I'm still not feeling pressured on it. Okay, I can turn this in. That's going to give me 30 fabric as well. Both of these are viable. I've already got leisure available, but education is good for 2 people if I manage to come up with scrolls. On the other hand, being able to produce crystallized dew would let me get some tools going. And I could do some wine, possibly. Presumably, I will find some mushrooms or something when I open some more glades here. I'm probably going to start opening more glades. I think the chance to get the tools is probably better. We've got plenty of clay available, so yeah, I'll take the alchemist's hut. Let's see what else I can find. A second tightened belt is probably a little bit better than 10 amber. On the trader, neither of these is going to be done in time. 3:46, he's going to be here in 2:16. A minute and a half. He'll only stay here for a minute 19. He's going to leave like 10 seconds before I can get this other trade done, which is less amber. Like, I could use that 28 amber to buy goods from him just to resell them to him, to try to get that 100 amber sale done. Not sure this is a smart decision, considering that I have to deal with this event as well. But I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, a bunch of harvester's stuff, farm field, some small berries, another drizzle geyser, a blood flower. The blood flower will get me 20 oil, which will help me deal with the fishman soothsayer. Yeah, the blood flower doesn't count as an event of any type for the blood of the stag thing. Can I even... I don't think I even have 100 ambers worth of stuff here. No, I'm not even close. Everything there is only going to get me to like 50 or 60 amber. At most, maybe even less. Alright, I'm going to get this 20 oil in. Of course, the oil is going to be the last thing they transport. So it's going to take them 5 minutes to finish this. They're going to have to transport everything. By the time the oil is transported, that's probably going to be 9 minutes gone. 9 minutes gone will be 3 minutes into the second thing. It's going to be real tight on whether I can complete this before it goes off a second time. So I think I'm just going to buy this 18 oil. Let me burn all the marrow, try to get these events done as quickly as possible. And I don't really have big trees accessible anymore. Well, yeah, I can send this one back down there. There were a bunch of big trees down there. Alright, let's actually look at what my next plague is going to be. I'm going to run out of fuel. Great. Better stop producing purging fire. I'm not getting any free water, so maybe this heart is just flavor text. Maybe these things don't make a difference. I really wish it didn't take so long to get to these seals, because I really love this seal map, but getting to the seals takes me so long that it's just... Unfortunately, that still counts as hostility until they finish transporting everything. If I yank them right now, that will reduce my hostility by 300 from this event. It's still not going to be enough to save me. I'm still at 6 hostility here. But obviously I can put these two back in here to transport that stuff later. This is real tight. It's like I'm considering pulling these two out to save myself 300 hostility. But I'm only 19 seconds off if I don't have enough marrow to keep it going. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can finish this event in time. I came close, but not quite. Alright, well, I've never tried this before. I'm going to remove these two scouts and pray to God it doesn't completely reset my time. If this goes from 76 down to 0, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm probably in a lot of trouble anyway. Alright, that's got my hostility down to 3, which we should hopefully be able to handle. Except that that plague is going to get rid of all of my fuel. There's nothing over here that's going to get me more fuel. Global production rate maybe might help me cut the trees a little faster. I'm gonna activate it. What the heck? And can you help me? Another smuggler. That's not gonna be enough. Fuel burns longer, resources sacrifice longer. I might need that just to get through this storm. I'm gonna take this just to try and get through this storm. The smuggler would be nice, but I am going to run out of fuel, so going with that. I do like the fact that I don't feel any guilt at all about using the altar on this map. This is nice. And I'm gonna need at least one more body in here. Get these destroyed. And I would move houses over here to try to get this up to level 2, but it costs fuel in the form of wood to move houses. And I don't know that I have that to spare. So it's going to have to wait. That'll put him at 12. Not even sure I have room for another house in here anywhere. I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and cut down a few of these smaller trees, I think. None of these are tempting. I need to turn on coal and marrow and oil in here in an attempt to not run out of fuel. Looks like I'm going to be okay on the fuel, so I can finish getting this up to level 2. Finish this off. I'm going to take frequent patrols. I get -10 from it already. And it looks like if I'm going to open any caches, it's going to be via the loyalty decision, which will get me -10s anyway. The -15 would work with the stone option as well, but I'll just take this. Alright, there's some more tools. Amber. That will help me with the trader in 37 seconds. I can sell these 2 tools right now. This will finish before he gets here. I can use that 6 amber to buy stuff from him. can we get to 100 ambers worth of stuff? It better count this amber that I sell. If this does not count towards getting me 100, I'm going to be very irritated. So that counts as 40. Alright, that should be 100 amber. Can I get that far? Alright, moment of truth, this better work. Actually, instead of buying amber, let me buy all of his herbs. All of his flour. All of his grain. Bit of jerky. There, we'll do it that way instead. Alright, single transaction did complete. Choose an epic cornerstone. Oh, I'm getting epic cornerstones, okay. Well, I'll take 50% herb gardens since I'm using the herb garden, I guess. Ooh, hey, we have one that's already done. Crystal feathers, thank you. That gets me another epic cornerstone. Urban root production, sure. Use storm. Oh man, if only I had storm water to use in production buildings. I'm not even remotely close to 8 tablets. 2 forbidden glade events. Keep everybody's resolve way the heck up there for 5 minutes at a time. This is probably the one I'm most likely to be able to pull off. It depends on if they're consecutive or not. If I can do them individually, it might work. Negative forest mysteries require a lower hostility. That one's not going to matter too much. Oh. I mean, I've got the rain collectors built, but 300 stormwater is going to take forever. Like, it'll take me 6 years just to come up with 300 stormwater at this rate. I don't have a storm geyser, so I can randomly open glades trying to find a storm geyser, but that's probably an exercise in futility. I can build 2 or 3 or 4 more rain collectors, except I don't have any parts. I don't really have any way to get a bunch more. Alright, that's about to be finished. Oh, that counted as one of the 2 Forbidden Glade events. If only I had 8 tablets, I could just open a Forbidden Glade somewhere, but I don't have any tablets, so that's not going to happen. Alright, there's a few parts. Guild House will get me a little more resolve, which might help me get to the fire essence. Neither of these is good enough. That's just going to have to be a reroll. Don't want to sell the wine because that can push my beavers over the edge here, hopefully. Don't want to sell the parts because I need to build more rain collectors in case I can't get the resolve going. Turn that all the way up so that I can get the clearance water being used faster. Where would I even use storm water? Now that I think about it, just the smithy? There's no chance I can do that actually. Yeah, I can't make enough things in the smithy to pull that off. I guess packs of trade goods. I should probably be making some of those anyway. I can go for some pickles. That'll get the beavers up a bit. Once the tavern gets built, the beavers will get up a bit. I don't think it'll get them to 35 though. Don't have coats. These housing upgrades just seem so expensive. It's not that easy to come up with packs of building materials. +1 resolve just doesn't seem like that much for a... You only get it for 2 beavers? I feel like that should be like +2 or 3 resolve even. Oh man. Packs of building materials. I just don't have a ton of resources available. And now I'm starting to feel that pinch on the fabric that I wasn't thinking I was going to feel. Alright, I'm going to put a break in here just because the game, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not winning this, but if I win it, it's going to go on for a while yet, and we're already in year 8, which is generally when I would be finishing a game. So I'm going to put a break here. This will be part 1, and you can watch me lose in part 2. Thanks for watching.